Have you ever seen a creature so strange and captivating it looks like it swam straight out of a fantasy novel? Meet the axolotl, with its wide, almost smiling face, feathery external gills that frame its head like a crown, and an unbelievable ability to regrow entire limbs. It's a true wonder of the natural world. But this creature is very real, and its story is an evolutionary journey, millions of years in the making. This is the tale of the axolotl, the real-life walking fish that holds the secret to eternal youth. The axolotl is famous for a biological quirk called neoteny, which means it holds on to its juvenile features for its entire life. Think about a tadpole. Most amphibians, like frogs and salamanders, start as aquatic larvae and then undergo a dramatic transformation metamorphosis to live on land. But the axolotl says, no thank you. It chooses to remain in its larval form forever, just living its whole life underwater. This unique life strategy wasn't an accident. It was a brilliant adaptation that allowed it to thrive in the high-altitude lakes of Mexico, particularly Lake Xochimilco, for thousands of years, avoiding the dangers and competition on land. To understand how this happened, we need to travel back in time, way back. The axolotl's ancestors were early salamanders that evolved over 150 million years ago, during the age of dinosaurs. These ancient amphibians could survive both in water and on land. But over millennia, certain lineages, like the one leading to the axolotl, discovered that staying in the water offered a safer, more stable, and food-rich environment. Why risk the harsh, unpredictable world on shore when you have everything you need right here? The earliest true salamanders first appeared in the late Jurassic period, around 160 million years ago. Imagine these small, semi-aquatic hunters stealthily preying on insects and tiny invertebrates in primeval ponds. As time marched on, different groups of salamanders adapted to all sorts of environments, from rushing streams to quiet, stagnant pools. The ancestors of our axolotl specialized heavily in aquatic life. They developed those beautiful, feathery external gills to absorb as much oxygen as possible from the water. Their heads became broad and flat, perfect for suction feeding on unsuspecting prey. Their tails grew strong and paddle-like, ideal for navigating the calm lake waters they called home. This brings us back to neoteny. It's not just an oddity, it's a powerful evolutionary advantage. By staying in a juvenile state, axolotls can start reproducing much earlier in their lives, so they don't have to waste energy on a risky and complex metamorphosis. They also avoid the many predators that roam on land, like birds and snakes. This strategy worked so well because the lakes and canals of ancient Mexico were incredibly stable habitats with plenty of food. Interestingly, some of the axolotl's close relatives, like the tiger salamander, still carry the genetic blueprint for metamorphosis. If their pond dries up, they can transform into land-dwelling adults. This shows us that neoteny is a flexible, evolutionary switch that can be turned on or off depending on what gives the species the best chance of survival. Not the axolotl's most astonishing evolutionary adaptation is undoubtedly its power of regeneration. This isn't just about regrowing a tail. An axolotl can regenerate lost legs, its spinal cord, heart tissue, and even parts of its brain, all without any scarring. The new part is a perfect, fully functional replica of the original. This incredible ability is unmatched by almost any other vertebrate. Scientists believe this superpower evolved as a critical survival mechanism. In a world full of hungry fish and birds, being able to recover from a serious injury or a predator's bite meant the difference between life and death. The genetic pathways that control this process are a living window into ancient abilities that most other complex animals, including us, have lost over eons of evolution. The axolotl story is deeply tied to a specific place. They are endemic to Mexico, having evolved in the unique system of lakes and canals formed by volcanic activity near what is now Mexico City. For centuries, they were a key part of this ecosystem, perfectly camouflaged among the aquatic plants. They hunted small fish, frogs, and insects using a combination of stealth and that powerful suction feeding we talked about. They were the masters of their domain, but over the last few hundred years, their world has changed dramatically. The growth of cities, pollution from agriculture and industry, and the introduction of invasive fish like carp and tilapia have pushed the wild axolotl to the brink of extinction. These new fish compete for food and prey on young axolotls. Despite these immense challenges, the axolotl continues to captivate us. Today they are critically endangered in the wild, found almost exclusively in the canals of Lake Xochimilco. However, they are thriving in captivity, in research labs, and in the homes of enthusiasts around the world. These domesticated axolotls come in a stunning array of colors, from the classic wild-type dark patterns to albino, leucistic pink, and golden variants. This diversity is the result of both natural genetic variation and selective breeding by humans. Their unique biology has made them a model organism in science. Researchers study their neoteny and regenerative abilities to unlock the secrets of stem cells, tissue repair, and aging, hoping to one day apply this knowledge to human medicine. So what is the evolutionary significance of this little amphibian? The axolotl teaches us that evolution isn't always a race to become bigger, faster, or more complex. Sometimes the most successful strategy is to find a stable niche and perfect the art of resilience. By choosing to stay in the water and retain its youthful form, the axolotl carved out a place for itself where it could survive for millions of years. It is a living relic, a survivor from a lineage that stretches all the way back to the Jurassic period, fundamentally unchanged in its core design, yet perfectly adapted to its world. From ancient salamanders navigating prehistoric swamps to the neotenic marvel we know today, the evolution of the axolotl is a profound story of adaptation, survival, and biological genius. Every delicate feathery gill, every miraculously regrown limb, and every graceful glide through the water tells a tale of millions of years of evolutionary creativity. The axolotl is a quiet, subtle, and deeply resilient masterpiece of nature, a walking, swimming testament to the endless wonders of evolution. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey into the world of the axolotl. If you found this story as fascinating as we do, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel for more deep dives into the marvels of the natural world. See you next time.